Here we are back again. Welcome to another episode of Unlocked with Daryl Davis. Here we got old Skill Ball here in the city of Tyler. Hey, we're gonna talk about the penitentiary. Hey, Skill Ball, let's tell the people when the first time you went to penitentiary, what year it was.
1976.
1976.
And the unit was Ferguson, Midway, Texas.
Tell us a little about that unit and what you
What
experienced.
do you mean experiences?
You know, as far as racism, violence,
all
and
that. You was a nigga every day. That was your name, nigga.
y'all had to pick cotton.
I didn't.
You didn't? When I went to prison in 1997, I had to pick cotton. I had to pick my weight. Well, you never experienced nothing like that? What did you experience?
Well, I was in the garden squad.
Okay.
So you had to pick your weight when you picked the potatoes in them bags.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they ain't weigh but 100 pounds. That bag of potatoes weighed.
And you had to pick twice your weight, did you? Huh?
Yeah.
Or else you couldn't what?
You couldn't eat your pork chop.
How big were them pork chops back then?
They were pretty big.
Yeah, I gave a video the other day with the size of them pork chops on there. And they was real big when I got there.
Yeah, but they still had the hair and all that stuff on it when back in the day.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
had the hair still on it. You had the rocks in your bean, grasshoppers in your green, flies in the milk, rats jumping table to table, stabbing, raping, and all kind of stuff was going on back then.
And
if
this
I
was-
kill you back then, you just a dead man. First thing they gonna tell you, kill that nigga. First thing they gonna tell you.
And you witnessed officers that kill inmates?
I ain't with no officer kill no inmates.
But you witnessed inmates
But
kill
I was
inmates.
dying. I just had left when that Brown boy killed that warden and that major down at the reservoir down there. I just had left.
What year was that?
That was in 78.
You talking about Leroy Brown?
Yeah.
When they took him back there in Eastham in that river to kill him.
Yeah.
And he was handcuffed, right?
Yeah.
And some kind of way he flipped that and killed the warden and the major.
Right. I just had left that unit when that happened.
That was the old Eastham. Or we got the new Eastham?
Didn't that happen on Ferguson or Eastham?
Eastham. Wasn't it? It might have happened on
It
Ferguson.
happened on Ferguson.
Okay. That happened on Ferguson. Okay, I was on Eastham. The reason I said that. And they used to tell us stories about that. But Eastham is in the right back door
Oh, yeah, that's a back door. Yeah.
of Ferguson.
Yeah, yeah.
Right? It's only that river divides them.
Divide. Yeah.
And Midway, Ferguson sits in Midway, Texas.
That's right.
And Eastham sits in Lovelady, Texas.
That's right.
And it's all around that little county. And it's a railroad track right there.
Golden Triangle.
Yeah. Well, it's Golden Triangle. That's considered Beaumont, but I definitely know what you're talking about. And then, what year did you get out of prison?
I got out in 77. I got out in, I went in 77, got into August 2nd.
Okay. And at that time, did you ever hear of an inmate known as the meanest man on Texas death row? At that time?
Nah.
Oh, okay. And when you got out of prison, did you ever go back?
I've been back several times.
Several times. When was the next time you went back to prison?
I went to 94,
94.
April of 94.
And that was after the Ruiz lawsuit.
Yeah.
How did the prison change then?
They trained tremendously.
And when you say tremendously, what do you mean by that?
Medical staff.
Medical staff. They had medical staff then.
Yeah. They
But
didn't
when
have
you-
none back in 76.
Okay, explain to the people how did the inmates, if they were sick, got their medicine?
You didn't get none.
You didn't get none.
If you got anything, it was an inmate dispensary to you without seeing a doctor. They ain't have a dentist down there.
So-
only reason you seen a dentist when you on your way home.
Okay.
You had the toothache for 5. If you had a bad teeth for 5 years, you had that toothache for 5 years.
Okay.
They didn't have no medical request to see the doctor or nothing. They didn't have none of that back then.
So back in the 70s, up under TDC, which was considered the Texas Department of Correction, the inmates ran everything. Is that what you're saying?
I didn't see that part.
You didn't see
I didn't see no goon squads and all that. The only thing I seen inmates passing out the medicine.
Did you ever see inmates beat up other inmates for officers? Not that? Okay. Well, when you got back in 94, you said they had what now?
They had medical. They had everything changed after they turned to TDCJ.
Okay.
You were able to send in medical requests to see the doctor and all that stuff. For me, I had glaucoma. They had to send me to a unit where they had eye specialists. Where they kept me in transit all the time.
Okay.
For that, they gave me the best eye treatment that I could get while I was there. If I'd have been back in the old days, I'd be blind by now.
Okay. Okay. So when they changed up under the Ruiz and went from TDC, Texas Department of Correction, to TDCJID, the Texas Department of Criminal Justice Institutional Division, you think it became better for men and women?
It came better, but yeah, it came a whole lot better for me.
Okay. Well, what about the violence? Did you ever experience any violence in prison?
Ever did what now?
Experience any violence in prison? Was you ever in any altercations, any stabbings?
Yeah, I was altercation and stabbing in jail and everywhere you go run into an asshole.
And you have to defend
So
yourself.
you got to defend yourself.
Okay, okay. Back in TDC, when you used to have to defend yourself, was there any kind of punishments done to the inmates as far as
Back
going
in
to
the
court?
day? Nah. I can hit you in the head with a hammer, or egg, or any damn thing. They ain't gonna do shit about it. You just dead.
Just dead.
Just dead.
That's up on the TDC.
Yep.
But TDCJID now, if you hit a person in the head with a hammer, what they'll do?
They gonna press charge on your ass, and you gonna get a new charge. That's what they gonna do.
And then they'll stack your sentence.
They'll stack your sentence.
Hey, Skillbone, man, we just thank you for the interview, and we'll be getting back with you. We're going to go live with you next time. And we just thank you for the time that you just gave Unlocked with Daryl L. Davis. Hey, people, stay tuned with some more updates on what's going on in the Texas Department of Criminal Justice, as well as all kind of criminal justice throughout the state of America. And we'll be back. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe to the contents of this video. Skillbone, is there anything you want to leave with the people?
Keep your head up.
Keep your heads up, people.
That's right. And be strong.
And be strong.
If you're weak, you ain't gonna make it.
And that come from Skillbone.